Good morning, traders. This is Perry Wilkie with StartupTrading.com. It is 9:06 a.m. Eastern Time on Friday, June 18th. This is quadruple witching. The first thing that's going to happen are the equity contracts that are for June are going to expire right at the opening bell at 9:30. So they got about 23 minutes left, a little over 23 minutes, and they will be done. There will be a little bit of volatility, potentially either up or down in the next few minutes, as there has been for the last hour. I can't emphasize this enough. Take with a grain of salt everything that's happened this morning, because it's more to do with that contract rolling off and the idiots that still had about 600,000 contracts left on that coming into this morning, right? There was still 600,000, basically 600,000 open interest in the contracts on that. They're going to be cash settled at 9:30 this morning, and those morons are going to get it taken to them once again. So as we look at that action, there is a short draw that we ran into yesterday. Holby in the room was looking at it, and we were watching it yesterday. So that was right around 42.20, 42.21. That was the high. That was the overnight high. That target's down to 41.65. So we'll see if that goes anywhere or not. So that's the fight today. So the title of my video is The Bull, the Bear, and the Witch, right? There's the bulls that are trying to hold around above 41.90. We are a little bit below that right now, right? There's the bears that want to drive this down and fill this gap next week, right? And then there's the witch, which is really the market makers that just want to not lose their ass today and pocket a little bit of money so they can buy mama a new pair of shoes. So there are your competing forces. Normally, quad witching day is a day to really not trade, and because it's less technical than normal. So once the market opens up, we'll watch and see if it is. My only advice to you is trade it as long as it's technical. As long as you're reading it with your technical analysis, trade it. Once it no longer is technical for you, step aside until Monday. So looking at the Russell, we've been in this downtrend channel since we got close to making these highs. We're coming down. So right around 22.49 is that next pause for the cause, and we'll see if we can even get a little bit. I would expect a little bit of reversion to the mean. I would expect to really get stuck for most of the action today between 22.49 and 22.75. Looking at the Dow, who is the weakest link, is caught between two major areas for it. The ES, it's caught between two major areas for it. Now, there's one between 41.95 and 41.02 half, and one at 41.65, which is that profit target for the bears, right? And 41.75. So we'll see if we crack through there. We are long overdue for a major pullback. I just don't think we're going to get much more than this target completing today. We will see if it is even able to complete. Looking at the NASDAQ, it's still holding up the strongest, right? It's still holding above those 14,000s. And if you look at that 14,000, 45 to 50 is really the first line in the sand below. So you crack below that, you could easily get back down towards 13,945. But my guess is you could also, if that holds, get back up to around 150. I'm expecting some range contraction once we get the opening bell, and that's just to stay in the areas of the charts that we're in. Looking at the Dow, who's been in the more serious downtrend, we had that low right on May 13th. We had a retest low on May 19th. It looked good, right? We come up here, we double topped, and since the Dow double topped, it's just been in a no bid situation. So Once it lost 34,423, it's just been on to the downside. So we're getting back down towards where people bid it up twice. So we'll see what happens here. And I'm really just watching this for next week. And then, we could just start stair-stepping down. 33,115 to 32,867 would be what I'm watching for support. The bulls really need to hold it above 33,000 next week, or it's basically 1,000-point runs at a time over a week or two period. And we are getting a little bit, we're just in this range. So basically, we're at the lower end of the range that we've set since we topped out at 35,000. So the question going into next week, right, is do we stay in this range and go back towards 34,000, or do we start getting under the range and holding below 33,663? Looking at the overnight action, 46.5 points, and we still have the single prints from Wednesday's session up here that are between 42.28, I believe, and 34. Let's see, 42.29 and 42.33 is the area to watch. So looking at all the indexes, the Russell's at the lows of the day. The NASDAQ has single prints from yesterday. Those single prints run from 14,033 half to 14,060. That's the area that really splits the distribution. You get below that, you're below value area low, and then the NASDAQ could start joining the party if we have a little sell-off party. Again, take a reset once the opening bell rings, kind of wash out all this. The normal pattern for a quad witch would be that, more than half of this move that we've had down since 8 o'clock gets totally reversed, and it has nothing to do with how the rest of the session is going to play. And we could easily close back just inside of value for all these indexes, and they could end up, slightly down, slightly unchanged. That would be the more of the way that a quad witch would go. I hope this helps. I'll be in the room in about 25 minutes, and we'll analyze what's going on. Again, don't get too carried away with what's going on between now and 9:30, and don't think we're going to have continuation to even micro sequences down coming into that and after the opening bell. I hope this helps. You guys have a great day, and I'll talk to you in the room. The rest of you, I'll see you on Monday.